welcome to another one from the Outdoor Analyst. I am out here having a blast with my Knives by Nuge Bruin. Out at the cabin this morning, just having a great time. This has just been one of my favorite knives lately. This is the Bruin from Knives by Nuge, and it is in CPM 154 for this one. 330 seconds on the spine of just absolute excellence. Now, you've probably seen me use this knife a lot. I've been fishing with it, I've been hunting with it, done a lot of squirrels and fish at this point, which is kind of fun. But I haven't seen a lot of people do a ton of like bushcraft with this knife, which is kind of fun. I mean, granted, it is definitely, I'd consider an excellent hunting knife. That's really where I have molded it into. But a lot of the stuff at the house, I've been using, honestly, this sucker just doing normal like firework, honestly. So I figured today, what the heck, let's baton through some stuff. Let's go do maybe a little feather sticking, just so you can kind of see this knife work. And yeah, we just actually busted right through a knot there. CPM 154, super tough steel. If you didn't know, it was kind of like the best stainless, all-around stainless before MagnaCut came out. That's what most people really saw it as, was like the best middle-of-the-line steel for stainless steel, that is, because of how tough it is, because of how edge retention it is, stainless it is. It was just kind of like a perfect middle-of-the-road all-arounder. And yeah, I'm going around that knot. There's no reason to go through a knot more than once. If your knife survives, just be happy with it, you know what I mean? You can toast any knife steel on even pine knots, which is kind of funny. Doesn't take much to do. But as you can see, it batons great. We have a nice saber edge on there. I'm going to cross baton just so you can see it do a little bit of extra hard work. Now, that is probably the toughest thing you can do to an edge, is cross batoning with it. So let's see, this is actually going to be in the camera, in frame. All right, let's do a little bit here. Nothing too crazy, but just shows heat treat, toughness. Any issues? No issues whatsoever. Heat treat on these things is spot on and phenomenal. I just love this knife. And it comes down to such a thin, slicey edge on here. I just absolutely love it. Like, it just, it dives into wood like nobody's business. There's a reason why this knife has become one of my favorites. And I think it actually has to do with the 330 seconds spine on this thing. It's so thin, and yet it just holds up like an absolute monster, but it's a slicing beast. It just absolutely is. It slices like nobody's business. He put an insane edge on here. And the handle comfort is just wild. It has probably the best chamfering. It has the best chamfering I've ever felt on any knife spine, honestly, because it protrudes a little. That's kind of the design of it. Oh, but it's just so excellent. It's just so excellent feeling. It just feels like glass blasted titanium is what it feels like. It's so smooth to the touch, but yet not smooth enough to like slide off. I did have some issues with TRC knives on that, actually. The South Pole was a little too glassy, so much so that you would slide off on the chamfering, which I think was a problem for the blade side, because I don't want to be sliding off. I need it to be useful, that's for sure. But I mean, you could just zip up stuff so fast with this knife. And granted, yeah, I already have a fire going, but it's so good. It's just such an excellent belt knife, utility knife, hunting knife. It really molds into doing a lot of things. The 4-inch blade on there is excellent. It's like the perfect size for a do-all, in my opinion. Big enough to kind of breach into survival task, honestly, which is really nice, but it's also small enough to still field dress deer, do squirrels, do rabbits, de-pants them real fast, bushcraft work. This knife is just excellent. it's just so excellent. If you've never checked out Knives by Nuge, custom knife maker, dominant. I can't wait to get more of his stuff. I've been using the Wicket for a long time. That's the really small EDC. It's probably about the smallest EDC I have for a fixed blade. But this thing is just next level. Now, it could just be that his designs just work incredibly well with my hands, but I mean, look at the performance on this stuff. This is just nuts. Now, I have large XL size hands, so keep that in mind. And this knife just molds perfectly. It works well in a hammer grip. It works really, I mean, it is meant for this field dressing grip in my mind. In a handshake grip, it's amazing as well. Now, it's kind of contoured on the bottom here as far as that, but it's not crazy contoured like like the Coke bottle, which I think is a little overrated in a lot of different ways. If you do really nice contouring and some flats, it just molds to the hand in an immaculate way, which I love. And as you can see, clearly it's doing immaculately well. So I'm excited to do Bambi with this knife this year. That's kind of my next steps. It is bow season, but I just don't do bow yet. There's some shoulder issues with that, but at some point I'll get into it. I'll probably do crossbow at some point, but I always done firearm season. So that's my next phase. That's coming, but I'm not doing that around this location. Beautiful place, probably could, but I don't know, the family doesn't want me taking deer right next to the cabin, which makes complete sense to me. So I will, I'll leave you with that. Give them a look. One of my favorite knife brands of the year, honestly, is Knives by Nuge, just because they're so performance driven. I just absolutely love them. So keep an eye out for them. They come in different steels too. Like, I think you can get the Bruin in 3V, CPM 154, and then maybe Magna Cut, or maybe it's S35. I feel like there's another one out there I'm missing. Or maybe it's AEBL. I think it's AEBL, which is actually pretty sweet because it's crazy tough. But I love CPM 154 as a good middle of the line of everything, especially for hunting, which is really where I see this knife for me, is definitely hunting and bushcraft. If it's just purely bushcraft, I'd probably say the 3V, but yeah, I love 154. I've never had issues with it. It's still incredibly tough. I mean, you just saw me baton through a knot with it. No issues whatsoever. And this is a wicked thin edge, so clearly it holds up well. All right, this is fun. Let me know what you think down below about this knife. I love it. It has essentially just become, it's taken over as #1 hunting knife, which I love. But yeah, I will catch y'all on the next one.